Pretty well. All things considered.
Can I help you? If this cold numbs my fingers any worse, I'll scarcely be able to hold a weapon.
New here too, eh? It's good to see another Nord. I feared I'd be the only one. Almost doesn't feel like Skyrim, being so far away from the rest of the world here. Not at all. I consider it a blessing. My family was convinced coming here was a death sentence, or worse. It took years of insisting that this is what I'm meant to do. Well, look at the evidence. Nords generally don't trust magic, so it's not off to a good start. Throw in the Oblivion Crisis, which was caused by magic users, and the troubles now with the Aldmeri Dominion, who are elves and magic users. And finally, take the fact that the college is the only thing left standing after most of Winterhold was destroyed. It's all fairly damning. All right, then.
Are you excited to see what's in there? This is important to you, Nords, is it not?
Not excited, no. Some very bad things happened here.
All right. Whole thing with the elves. Well, it all worked out in the end, did it not?
I think, given the state of Skyrim, some might disagree.
Can you believe we're here? Saarthal, of all places.
I'm surprised that the college is allowed to excavate here.
I bet your family would be amazed, right?
Amazed isn't the right word. They might find this offensive.
This is exciting, isn't it? This is better than sitting around talking about magic, don't you think? Why? Because it's old and full of dead things? Clearly, you've never spent any time in Morrowind. Until next time.
I'm not so sure we should be here.
You are new, yes? Have you mastered the expert-level distraction spells yet? Is it? This is disappointing. Jezargo hoped there might be one who could keep pace with his accomplishments. There is much for Jezargo to be sure of. There is skill in magic, there is charm, and there is a strong will. Jezargo will be successful. Of this there is no doubt. All right then.
This is
You know,
exciting,
there might
isn't
be
it?
gold somewhere in here. Oh yes, Jezargo hopes to find things that will make him a more powerful mage here. Hopefully small things that fit inside pockets and will not be noticed if they are missing. Oh, but you are wrong. The only reason you could disagree is because you are losing so badly you cannot see it. Until next time.
And here we all are. Shall we step inside? All right. Please stay close to me while we're inside. It should be safe, but it's always better to be cautious.
What do you think we will find in there?
It's thousands of years old. Who knows what we might find?
I'm betting bodies. Lots and lots of bodies. And maybe some valuables.
Don't get any ideas. We're here on official business, remember?
What do you need, Thane?
We've stopped. What is it?
As some of you may know, Saarthal was one of the earliest Nord settlements of Skyrim. It was also the largest. Sacked by the elves in the
that some of
infamous
my own
Night of
ancestors
Tears,
might be
not
buried
much is known about what happened to Saarthal. This is an exciting opportunity for us to be able to study such an early civilization.
Gods,
I'm not
I'd
sure
hate
what
to
I was
lose my
expecting.
footing in a place
This
like
isn't
this.
it.
A fall on this stony floor will break bones.
Shiny at all.
Please be careful.
Don't sound
here.
so disappointed. You wouldn't be allowed to take it even if there
Well,
was.
are there any
Like
questions
anyone
before
would
we
even
begin?
notice and or dismiss.
Well, are there any questions before we begin?
This is a little creepy.
That doesn't begin to describe.
We're particularly interested in
seem
the prevalence of
uncomfortable being
magical
here.
seals placed on
I
the
just don't
tombs
know
here.
that it's right for us to
It's
be
rather
here.
unlike
This
anything we've encountered.
ruins.
Anything. Anything at all that might be of interest. That's why I adore this location. We have no idea what we're going to find. And if along the way my message about the dangers of magic should happen to sink in for a few students, that would be a happy coincidence. Ah, yes. Well, why don't you see if you can assist Arniel Gain? He's one of our scholars, here working on cataloging our finds. I expect he'd appreciate some help in locating any additional magical artifacts here in the ruins. Any enchanted items will do. The usefulness of the enchantment is irrelevant. If you find anything, the class can look it over. Now let's see. What shall we have the rest of you do? Braylina, my dear, why don't you search for warding magics? Anything designed to keep people out. Don't interact with them, just identify them. Almond, please search that area over there. See if you notice any residual energies, alive or undead. Zizargo, what shall we have you do? Why don't you verify that we're the first ones here? Look for any amount of tampering with the tombs. All right, everyone. Let's be careful, but have fun.
Too bad we can't read these carvings. Who knows what secrets we'd uncover?
I wonder if everyone else would be so full through the bones of their ancestors.
Do you think there's treasure here? Something to make Jazargo a powerful wizard?
Out of respect, let's
All
leave
right,
a few
then.
coins for the dead.
Jazargo finds nothing but dust in these ruins.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not seeing signs of any warding magics at all. Either they're not here, or they were removed long ago. To think, my ancestors destroyed the homes of Onman's ancestors. So much bloodshed. I'm not seeing signs of any warding magics at all. Either they're not here, or they were removed long ago.
Can you imagine what it was like living here so long ago? The first men in Tamriel. Here. Mm-hmm. I wonder if everyone else would be so happy to rifle through the bones of their ancestors.
What's on your mind?
Please be careful here. The site isn't entirely secured. Find Aniel Gain. He's somewhere in the northern section of the ruins. He'll show you what to do. Mm-hmm.
Well, certainly none of this will benefit my research. What? Ah, yes, you. I remember you. You're going to help? That's fine, just don't make a mess of my work. I've only looked through a portion of this section. You can look around in the chambers just north of here. Try and be careful, all right? We don't want to damage anything. Just round up the rest of the magical artifacts so that I can catalog them. He asked far too many questions about my research. I think the Thalmor are trying to steal my work. I haven't told him anything, of course. What I'm doing is far too important. Can't breathe a word of it.
Don't end up as a shambling corpse.
All right, then.
I'm still here.
Still here.
What in the world was that racket? Is everything all right? How in the world did that happen? Really? Perhaps the amulet is important
I could've
somehow.
sworn I heard
Is
something
there some
right
way you can
behind
use
us.
it? Do you see that? Some kind of resonance. You and the wall. It must be connected to the annual. I wonder what effect might your spells have. Please be careful here. The site isn't entirely secured. Well, would you look at that? This appears to lead somewhere. Let's see where it goes. Well, this is highly unusual and very interesting. Why in the world would this be sealed off? What is this place?
Hold, mage, and listen well. Know that you have set in motion a chain of events that cannot be stopped. Judgment has not been passed, as you had no way of knowing. Judgment will be passed on your actions to come, and how you deal with the dangers ahead of you. This warning is passed to you because the Psijic Order believes in you. You, mage, and you alone, have the potential to prevent disaster. Take great care, and know that the Order is watching.
I swear I felt something rather strange just then. What just happened? I'm afraid I didn't see anything. Can you tell me more about what you saw? The Psijic Order? Are you quite sure about that? That's very odd. And danger ahead? Why, that doesn't make any sense at all. The Psijics have no connection to these ruins, and no one's seen any of their order in a long time. Perhaps we should take a look inside these coffins. Now, please do be careful. Who knows what we're going to find? They were a group of mages with a history that predates the Empire. Very powerful, very secretive. No one's seen them in well over 100 years. They vanished, along with their sanctuary on the Isle of Artaeum. I have no idea what connection they'd have to this place. I have no idea, but it's fascinating. Assuming it's true, of course. The Isle of Artaeum disappeared over 100 years ago, and no one has seen them since. And yet now, suddenly, they've chosen to contact you. Why, it's intriguing. If nothing else, I'd take it as a compliment. The Psijics have only ever dealt with those they feel worthy. All right, then.
Yes, my Faye.
Last mistake. Take care now. This is simply fascinating. Don't hurt me.
Force!
Boost!
Taken alone, the Draugr aren't so fearsome. They're far more deadly in greater numbers.
I've never seen anything like this in Nordic ruins before. Why, just look at all these coffins. This bears closer inspection. I'd like to stay a while and examine this. You, however, should press on. See if you can this vision of yours mentioned. I've never seen anything like this in Nordic ruins before. Why, just look at all these coffins. This bears closer inspection. I'd like to stay a while and examine this. You, however, should press on. See if you can find whatever this vision of yours mentioned. But if it is truly dangerous, be careful. Go on ahead. I'll be sure and catch up with you before long. This is simply fascinating.
What can I help you with?
What was that?
We've stopped. What is it?
These old ruins. My father always told me to stay away from them. Good advice, I'd say.
Fus!
I'll bet some of these artifacts would fetch a good price. I hope they're cursed.
What can I help? Someone there?
Behind me! Fus!
What can I do for you? Is someone there?
I wonder what the ancient Nords did in these ruins. Unspeakable sacrifices, maybe? Show them no mercy.
I thought it high time I caught up with you. Well now, would you look at that? I never imagined we'd find something like this. Why is this buried so far within Saarthal? Huh? Keep it busy. I'll try to drain some of its power. Fire! Please, someone do
I see!
I love a challenge. I'm getting out of here. There, now attack.
Gotta teach him.
What's on your mind?
They say ruins like these are filled with treasure. Of course, they're with traps, too.
This is simply fascinating. I have no idea. This is amazing. Absolutely amazing. The Archmage needs to be informed immediately. He needs to see this for himself. I don't dare leave this unattended. Can you return to the college and inform Sabo Saran of this discovery? Please, hurry. Be prepared to defend yourself. This is simply fascinating. Let him know that we've unearthed something, well, I'm not sure. Something unique, let's say. It's clearly magical in nature, but like nothing I've ever seen before. He should be most interested. Oh, I think I'll be fine. We seem to have eliminated the most pressing threat. It certainly seems that whoever placed this here intended for it to be well guarded. I wonder why. Mm-hmm.
The Restless Dead. Not pretty.
I'll sell just about anything if it's worth my time. Keep that in mind, will you? I do what's necessary so we can get by. Have to, since I can't count on my brother for anything. Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures.
Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.
Let me know if you want. I think I got a clean mug around here somewhere.
Yes? How things been with you?
If you've business with the college, you're welcome to stay here. It's where most of our business comes from, in fact. Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your rooms. Right this way.
Let's get going.
Let me know if there's anything else you need. Is everything well, Nellicart?
Oh yes, quite fine. My accommodations here continue to be just what I need.
And there haven't been any problems?
Are you referring to your other customers? No, everything is quite all right. I expect a bit of animosity now and then.
I see. Well, let me know if things get out of hand. Are we running low on mead?
No. Even Ranmir can only drink so much.
Let's just keep an eye on the supply. It's such a chore to restock.
I suppose that's a benefit to having so few customers.
If there's anything you need, just let me know. Of course.
Fancy robes. You a wizard or something?
What do you need, my thing?
Yes?
Mages don't let us go on the college. They said it's not safe in there.
What you learn here will last you a lifetime. Several, if you're talented. Please don't tell me that another one of the apprentices has been incinerated. I have enough to deal with right now. I see. I trust that Tolfdir will provide a more specific explanation. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. Tolfdir normally looks after your little group, yes? Since he's apparently occupied, and I will need to see this discovery for myself, I think perhaps you should begin researching the subject. Speak with Urag in the Arcanium. See if he's aware of anything that matches your discovery. And good work. The next time you find yourself exploring Nordic ruins, perhaps this will be helpful. Personally? No, not I. One of their number used to advise the Archmage when I was but an apprentice here. But that was a great many years ago, before all the members of the Order were called back to the Isle of Artaeum, and it disappeared entirely. All right then.
I don't want to see you treating any of these books poorly. Are we clear? Hundreds of years have gone into assembling this collection. It's going to stay pristine, understand? You need a book? You talk to me. Otherwise you're going to find yourself in a lot of pain. I don't care if you wrote it yourself. If you want a book from here, you go through me. I know what you want. Word travels fast around here. Discovered some big mystery, huh? Well, you don't even need to ask. No, I don't have anything for you. Not anymore, anyway. I said not anymore. Orthorn stole a number of books when he ran off to Felglow Keep to join those summoners. Some kind of peace offering. I think one of those volumes may have had some relevant information. If you want them, you'll have to talk to Orthorn. He was an apprentice here at the college. Not very skilled, but got involved with a group of mages who took a liking to him. When they left, he took off after them. Stole supplies and books from the college. I suppose as a way to ingratiate himself. Not enough to bother with. Archmage Aaron's approach to these things is just to let them sort themselves out. Although now it looks like you'll be doing the sorting. Good luck with that. Let's just call it a difference of opinion with the college. They were interested in research that goes outside the bounds of what the college allows, so they were persuaded to leave. Mm-hmm.
You there. I have questions for you. You were in Saarthal, yes? It has come to my attention that something was found there. I am well aware. Tolfdir is still in Saarthal, is he? I shall be expecting a full report from him when he returns. Something was discovered in Saarthal that was significant enough that Tolfdir sent a new member of the college alone to deliver word. That sounds precisely like the sort of thing that should matter to everyone, especially me. Thank you for your help. You may go now.
I need your help with something. Something private.
If you have a moment, could you help me with something?
We shouldn't have been disturbing Saarthal, no matter what you found down there. Until next time. Yes, but it needs to be kept quiet. I may have entered into an agreement with Enther. He had something I needed, so I traded him something of mine. It was a mistake, and now I want back what I gave him. It's an amulet that belonged to my family, and I never should have given it to Enther. But he won't deal with me. Talk to him. See what it'll take to get my amulet back. I told you, it's from my family. I know they've always disapproved of what I wanted in life. To learn magic instead of becoming a farmer or a hunter. But no matter how poorly they may have treated me, they're still my family. I didn't consider that until after I made the trade. It doesn't matter. It's also none of your concern. Just talk to him. See if you can convince him to give my amulet back. All right, then. We shouldn't have been disturbing Saarthal, no matter what you found down there.
At least something good came out of that trip to Saarthal. I didn't find anything but dust. I'd better get going. We're all trying to become better mages, right? Well, I need someone I can practice a few spells on. Nothing dangerous, really. Would you be willing to assist me? No, not that kind of spell. Believe me when I say I wouldn't be asking if it weren't necessary. Oh, good. I was afraid I'd have to go ask J'zargo. Now, you just stand there. Please hold still, and don't move. There! Now Oh dear. That wasn't supposed to happen. Do you feel all right? You look very, green. I am so very sorry. I went over this again and again, and I was sure it would have better results. It's not. It shouldn't be. You'll be back to normal in no time. And when you are, we can try this again, and I'll be sure to get it right. What? Oh, sorry. I'm just a bit distracted. There's a lot of pressure for me to excel in my studies. I think my parents reserved a spot for me here at the college on the day I was born. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. Actually, this is one of a very few places where you can receive a real education in the schools of magic. I just hope I can live up to expectations. All right then.
Excuse me, Enter. Might I have a moment?
What is it?
Yes, apologies for the intrusion. I was wondering if you could possibly procure a few selected items for me?
Really, Arniel? Because I seem to recall doing just that for you recently, at which point you assured me that you'd cover my expenses. And that, my nervous little friend, has not happened. Would you care to comment on that, perhaps?
Yes, I was unaware that I had forgotten that. I will, I'll take care of that as soon as possible.
See that you do.
Urag can be very helpful. Just don't antagonize him.
Even with the college's laid-back attitude, there are still some that are off limits. Let me give you a bit of advice. You want to work on something that's not officially allowed? Don't tell anyone you're doing it. You need... There are some experiments the college frowns on, if they're aware of them, of course. Purposely killing your fellow college members is a bad idea. I'd advise against it.
No.
Theft and assault can get you into trouble as well.
That must be so nice.
As for research, well, a sufficient explanation will cover almost anything. If you're going to need live test subjects for your experiments, it's easier to do that off of college grounds.
Sorry to have brought it up.
There are some experiments the college frowns on, if they're aware of them, of course. Even with the college's laid-back attitude, there are still some things that are off limits. Oh my, how precious. Onmund is too afraid to deal with me himself, and so he's sent you. I'll make this very simple for you. All my trades are final. Onmund knew this ahead of time and went through with it anyway. So there's nothing more to be said. Look how persistent you are.
No.
Charming, really. Onmund gave up the first time I said no. But not you. All right. I'll tell you a little story.
My family didn't really...
Let's pretend for a moment that a certain individual was looking to acquire a particular staff. Let's also pretend that he traded some valuable items for said staff. And it was only later that it was realized that this individual might misuse such a staff. The resulting disaster would reflect quite poorly on everyone involved. Are you following me? You're not very good at this, are you? Look, I traded a staff to someone and found out later that was a bad idea, so I'd like the staff back. Understand now? It's an entirely different situation. I don't expect you to comprehend the nuances of these matters. Regardless, I'm making you a very simple offer. You get me the staff, and I give you Onmund's precious amulet. Do we have a deal? Yes. I thought we'd gotten past that bit already. Onmund's amulet in exchange for my staff. Finally, we have an agreement. I look forward to having it back soon. The sooner the better, in fact. All right, then.
At least something good came out of that trip to Saarthal. I didn't find anything but dust. Exactly as I said it would. Now, are you ready to try again?
Have you heard
I
from
am
your family?
confident it will work this time.
That's too bad.
This will be worth it.
We shouldn't
Okay,
have
now
been
don't
disturbing
move at all.
Saarthal, no matter what you found down there.
Oh my. That isn't right. Just wait. I can fix this. Oh no, that's not it at all. Let me try again. This really isn't turning out the way I'd hoped. I'll get it right this time. I swear. There. All better. Well, it all worked out in the end, didn't it? Agreed. And thank you for your help. You're a good friend. Until next time.